Good evening. Hope everybody is doing okay. Happy Friday to everyone. I hope you are resting. I hope you're looking forward to the weekend. Please like and continue to subscribe. Since YouTube have decided, I'm going to host a live on my TikTok tomorrow, guys, because I don't know what the heck is going on with YouTube. Those of you who have TikTok, I'm going to share the link. I'm going to, hopefully, I don't get into trouble, but I'll post it on my short, the link, so that you can join me. I'll also make a post for it as well, so you can join me there because I have no idea what YouTube is trying to do here. And yeah, guys, let's get ready to be a bit sad. As we know, I think I'm beginning to get some more clarity around why Harry is appealing the Ravec security decision, as well as it is what he is entitled to as a member of the royal family. It follows the same thread of why he took the tabloids to court, which is to get the truth, to kind of like, if you recall in Harry's book, he spoke about wanting to understand exactly what happened with his mom, wanting to understand where all these horrible rumors about one of her friends, what was his name, Hewitt, James Hewitt, being his real dad because he's also ginger, even though Harry looks exactly like his grandfather. And Charles is very messy for even allowing him to believe that for a second, because Charles's response was less than adequate when your son is obviously hurting and scared that he might not be your biological child, especially after the loss of his mother, especially how you've been treating him. F you, Charles, and F everybody in his family that made him doubt for a second that he was loved. Now, I'm going to read the People article. As I mentioned, a lot of these publications are becoming more strict with copyright. So whenever you see me using Twitter, it's not me being cheap. It's just that it can be quite hard to get the publications and get direct codes. So please continue to bear with me. Yeah, let's have a quick read. So, People article, Prince Harry says his worst fears have been confirmed in raw comments after his security case. Harry believes the removal of his security was a calculated effort to force him and Meghan back. A realization, he tells People, was very difficult to swallow. Sussex Squad, we call this, right? Anybody who was paying attention to this case, anybody who watched that documentary, you knew what this was. Tyler Perry said it perfectly. This is what an abuser does to his abuse victim. You make them dependent on you, and when they show the one sign or the few signs of wanting to rebel and run away, you put them in a position where they are forced to come back. Unacceptable. Anyway, Prince Harry is reeling from the aftermath of a legal battle that has forced him to confront the painful reality he's never fully escaped since leaving the UK in 2020. A reality that lies at the heart of his ongoing rift with the royal family. Feeling exhausted and overwhelmed, Harry told People as he left court on April 9th that his worst fears have been confirmed by the whole legal disclosure in this case, and that's really sad. The Duke of Sussex spent 2 days at London's Royal Courts of Justice, deeply focused, taking notes, closely following the proceedings of his appeal regarding the removal of automatic state-backed security for him and his wife, Meghan Sussex, in 2020. I don't know why they keep using that name. Anyway, when Harry and Meghan proposed to late Queen Elizabeth that they live abroad while supporting the monarchy, they believe they have found an ideal solution to a difficult chapter, one that will bring us happiness and leave the royal family at peace and allow their public work to continue. We were trying to create this happy house, Harry tells People. When Harry departed Sandringham's summit, as they call it, in January 2020, he did so with the understanding that his security would remain in place. Court documents reveal that in letters from the Queen herself, she expressed support for Harry and Meghan's need for effective security. Yet, just 1 month later, the government committee responsible for state-funded security, RAVEC, informed them that would no longer be the case. In the years since, Harry has immersed himself in the process, including learning about Ravek, the body responsible for the decision making. One of his core beliefs, people understand, is that the removal of security for him and his family when they stepped back was a deliberate tactic of control, a way to force them back into the fold. Rather than bringing the successes back, the removal of security instead revealed to Harry the lengths to which they were willing to go, and it became the last straw. The prince admits that this realization was a difficult pill to swallow. Harry's relationship with his family has remained strained. Though they shared a brief positive meeting in February 2024 following King Charles's convenient cancer diagnosis after him and his daughter-in-law were found to question how dark his grandson's skin was going to be. My goodness, when Archie reads this. Anyway, communication between father and son has since broken down. Insiders previously told people that Charles no longer answers Harry's calls or responds to his letters. Bastard. Attempts to reconnect with his brother through calls and messages have also similarly been ignored. During the 2 days to the hearings, Harry's legal team argued that Ravek had diverted from its standard procedure, leaving Harry singled out for different, unjustified, and inferior treatment. They also contended that this decision excluded him from the same protections to others in the VIP category, including pop stars, and former prime ministers. Crucially, Ravek includes members of the royal household, including close aides to his father, King Charles. Harry believes his father could intervene to ensure that such protection is extended to him. Buckingham does not comment on security matters. Of course it doesn't. But a palace source previously told people that the suggestion that Harry's security is under Charles's control is wholly incorrect. I don't believe you, Charles. Much of the hearing on the 9th of April at the Royal Courts of Justice in the heart of London was in a secret. Some of the revelations unearthed during the proceedings have deeply unsettled Harry, confirming many of his fears about the situation, a realization he found profoundly disheartening. Harry has found a way to move on and forgive much of what's happened since 2016, but there's one thing he simply will not forgive. Good on you, Harry. The events surrounding the legal battle regarding his and his family's safety. People will be shocked by what's being held back. Reveal the tea, Harry. Duke of Sussex has fought several legal battles, most recently securing an apology and admission from the publisher of The Sun for illegal activities carried out on their behalf, resulting in an 8-figure settlement in January 2025. But this particular fight strikes at the heart of his family life and his future. This one has mattered to Harry the most, Harry told people as he left court. The three appeal court judges have reserved their judgment, with the result not expected for several weeks. Regardless of the outcome, Harry has made it clear that he will not stop fighting. His commitment to his causes remain unwavering, and on Thursday, April 10, he flew to Ukraine to visit a clinic supporting wounded military personnel and civilians. Above all, Harry said he is driven by exposing injustice, a relentless pursuit that fuels everything he does. He has long since said he can't simply let things lie. He needs to get under the bonnet and fix it. His determination is personal. If anything were to happen to him, to his wife, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, or their 2 children, Archie and Lilibet, he could never rest. First of all, I think it's effing disgraceful that the royal family is treating the king's biological blood child like this. Charles, it is unacceptable that you value your mistress's children who have no biological links to you with way more respect and regard than your own son, somebody who is actually in line to the throne. Now let's leave the royal family and let's just talk about it like his son with his father. Look, I don't have kids. Guys, but I am somebody's child. We all are. If you're on this earth, somebody brought you here. Whatever your feelings about the people that brought you here, the last 2 people on earth, or the last 1 person on earth, you would ever hope to not treat you this way are the people that gave you life, or by extension, their family members. Let's be honest, on our mother's side, because as we can see on our father's side, they tend to be a hot mess. So I can understand how painful, because there's a reason why they went in. They made some of the proceedings secret. I'm sure whatever was said in that court was extremely heartbreaking to Harry, because it's one thing, I think we have to remember, like, it's one thing to know at the back of your mind this thing that could happen might be happening. It's another thing to actually get that confirmation. And we have to remember from Harry's book, Harry still loves his father and his brother. Because Harry could have, if Harry really wanted to do the scorched earth, the way the British media is portraying things, Harry could have burnt the entire family down in that book. I mean, who is closer to things than Harry and William? He knows that he knows things. He could have exposed everybody. But that was not the point, because in as much as, and guys, let me confess something here. You know, I always say it, the reason why I was never, and I don't think I will ever truly be a Harry fan, is because in as much as he is fighting for his family, in as much as he is fighting for his wife and his babies, in as much as, because he's married a biracial black woman, he has tried to educate himself and do better, he still shares the sins of his ancestors. He is still the biological son of King Charles, who is still the child of Queen Elizabeth, who was the child of George, and the line goes on all the way to people who colonized and enslaved people that look like me. And I'm sorry, it's hard to move past that. And let's also be very honest with ourselves. If Meghan was even a shade darker, let's keep it 500%, the likelihood of Harry marrying that woman would have been zilch zero. Because in as much as Harry probably did not understand the nuances of conscious or unconscious bias, I find it impossible to believe that he didn't understand the dynamics of the socio-political and socio-economic dynamics of color. And this is something I always tell black and brown people who like to play the Rangers. It doesn't matter how light-skinned you are. It doesn't matter how you've clipped your accent. It doesn't matter how many right-wing pundits you join their YouTube or whatever, or their podcast to drag Harry and Meghan because you want to get into a world that hates you. You are still a black and brown person. A lot of people are effing around and finding out. Look at Candace Owens. All of a sudden, Candace wants to come back now. All of a sudden, Candace doesn't like MAGA anymore. And she gave this reason, and I was like, huh? She doesn't like MAGA anymore because she allowed her delusional ass to believe that, okay, if I go as right wing as possible, if I marry the CEO of Parler, a right wing social media platform, if I align myself with a people who hate people that look like me, who say terrible things about people that look like me, who have a very bad preconception of people that look like me, somehow I'm going to get in. But then they reminded you, didn't they, Candace? They reminded you, you're still a black woman. I mean, thank you for tap dancing for us, but you must be joking. And now, all of a sudden, she wants to come back. And this is always the wake-up call a lot of people of color get. Just because there are certain circles you get into by shagging into, maybe you shag your way into it, or you befriend your way into it, or you clipped your accent into it. My dear, you don't belong there. It's only a matter of time. And that time will come. Now, Harry and his family, this reads to me as very heartbreaking, and I feel very sorry for Harry. I truly do. And I mean, I am sorry, Harry, truly. And I hope you can find peace and grace in your new family. But I also understand where he comes from. He told Meghan when he first met her that he would keep her safe, because he stupidly and maybe naively thought that his family would protect him No matter what, they will protect. If not for the sake of him, they will protect his family. And what his family has done here, what Charles has done here, is despicable. And I keep on telling you guys that it doesn't matter how many times William goes kicking on Pundit channel. There's a reason why William and Charles don't go touring outside Western European countries anymore. People see you for what you are. The Sophie Chandoka nonsense didn't work. You were trying to, because you think because black people have, this is how I say that they think we black people are stupid. They brought a visibly black woman. God had to come and scream racism and sexism. And then they thought, oh wow, all the black Meghan supporters, all the black Harry supporters, because, you know, we don't have two brain cells in our head. We don't know how to discern BS. When they saw that we were not falling for it, all of a sudden, well, where is Sophie Chandoka now? Where is Sophie, guys? She's vanished from the ether, cancelled her social network and has vanished. We all know what the Charity Commission is going to find out. See, I posted what was going on her LinkedIn thanks to Zandy. They were dragging her ass there. We see past the bullshit. You know, and I want to also say it again for people that don't understand, people that call us sugars, you racist SOBs, you racist bastards. We know what sugar means. We know what flying monkeys mean. So you aren't slick. We know what you're doing. And that's why we stand 10 toes for Duchess Meghan. Because we see past the BS. You can bring Sophie Chandoka, bring all the black women from South Africa if you want. If there are no direct proof of any of the allegations and they directly were as a result of something Harry or Meghan did, you are wasting your time. We see you people for what you are. What you have done to Meghan, to me, is an affront to the Commonwealth, frankly. And I think, and this is why I can't take the Commonwealth seriously, because we in the Commonwealth, we Nigerians, Meghan is of us. We should be dragging the royal family every day. If for nothing else, guys, look at the way the British media was reporting Nigeria. They are still doing it now. When Harry went to Ukraine, Cameron Walker on his platform was saying that Harry is complaining about security, but has no qualms going to Ukraine or places like Colombia or places like Nigeria. Excuse me? And notice how while they were out in those places, Meghan and Harry could be. They could stand, they could pose, they could take pictures. They were out, they were comfortable, they could hang out with people. You know why? Because you racist idiots don't seem to realize the reason why he goes there is because nobody has threatened his wife's life in Nigeria. Nobody has threatened Meghan's life in Colombia. Nobody has threatened Meghan and his children's life in Ukraine. Yes, these places are not perfectly safe. But honestly, for Harry and Meghan, neither is the issue. I would say the UK is probably the most unsafe place for them. Yes, because they are credible, because the British media won't leave them alone. The continuous flogging of Meghan day in, day out. What do you think you're doing? You are inciting hate. You are inciting anger. People just blindly hate this woman now. For nothing. For absolutely nothing. She's not a Tory that stole your money. She's not a Tory that has destroyed your social systems. She's not a Tory that voted you out of the UK with Brexit. But you hate her. Why? Why? What did she do? Name that thing she has done. And for those of you idiots coming into my comments to say she insulted the Queen, get the F out of my comments. Get out. I will delete you. First of all, the Queen is not your family member. So you are acting affronted as if she's your grandma. That woman didn't know who you are. Probably looked down on all of you. And secondly, Meghan did no such thing. And if you think Meghan hated the Queen and was bashing the Queen, why did she come to the UK specifically for the Queen's funeral? She brought herself literally back into the snake's pit just for the funeral, knowing she was going to get dragged, knowing she was going to get attacked, knowing she was going to get insulted, knowing she was going to face that type of unnecessary vitriol, just because she wanted to give her respect to the Queen. Sorry, I know I've gone off tangent now. What has been done to this family is a disgrace, and we black brown people this is one of the few times that we can use our influence to send the message. And this is me sending my message. Royal family, you are a disgrace. Every single one of you, for allowing Meghan to go through this, for allowing those kids. These are your biological family members. William, you keep on allowing your minions in the press to be spreading information that when you get into power, you're going to strip Meghan and Harry of their titles. Why? Why are you allowing that? Why that threat? Why are you hurting them? For what? It doesn't make you look any better. We all see past your lazy ass. Or your wife. Don't even get me started. So yes, sorry guys, I'm very angry about the whole thing, and I've gone on off on it on a tangent. But I don't know how anybody can read this article and not feel deeply sad for this man. It doesn't take away. Yes, we know he's a prince. Yes, we know he has colonialist blood, but he's still very much a human being. He didn't ask to be born into this family, and since people in this family use their children, yes, I am looking at you, Charles. Yes, I am looking at you, William. Use their children to get goodwill in the media. You need to give your children lifelong protection. Harry didn't ask for this. And despite it all, he still wants to do good under the umbrella of the royal family. So frankly, F all of you. I just wanted to get that out of my head, guys. Sorry. And now we move to Joy. For those of you who may have seen it, the Duchess herself. As I said, guys, I am not on Instagram and I am not going to go on Instagram. Sorry. But I just wanted to call out this beautiful, beautiful thing. For those of you who don't know Audrey McDonald, from what I've heard, Audrey is a fantastic actress. I can't wait to see Gypsy. I would have loved to see it on Broadway with her there, but I don't know if it will ever come to London. But thanks to Magali, I was able to find an excerpt of Audra McDonald defending Duchess Meghan. As I told you guys, I'm not on Instagram, but I'll link Magali because she's paying, so please follow her. So let me read the lovely words from Audra. I believe this came out in 2019, March. Wow, okay. Audra McDonald, me at 8 months pregnant. The reason I'm posting this is because of Meghan Markle. I cannot believe what this woman has had to endure from social media and the press. Then today to read how weird her body language is by a supposed, yes, woman's magazine that supposedly prides itself on celebrating fierce, independent, strong women who can do anything and have it all. Do better. When I was 8 months pregnant, I touched my baby all the time because it was my belly and it was my baby, usually as active as this video. Inside had these crazy emotions ranging from elation to depression to rage to uncontrollable fits of laughter. I was swollen, hot, sweaty, enormous, and flatulent. In search of my feet, hot fudge Sunday junkie, nervously excited, pudgy-faced, waddling goddess. The thought of having to go through all of that, plus having millions of cameras in my face, bullied left and right, and still be gracious, elegant, and gorgeous, and full of purpose in front of the whole world is unimaginable. Do better, leave her alone. I mean, what more can be said? What more can be said? And to her point, she is right. As more of you women's magazines and some of you women, I see you on social media, some of you like Barry Wise or what's her name, all you women that use your platform, women, by the way, use your platform to drag Meghan for no reason. No reason at all. She's done nothing to anyone. Okay, fine, she's doing a lifestyle show, you don't like it. You know she's been the target of bullying for years. But because you want to be bastards and get a few clicks, you drag her and you say terrible things. I would like, from the bottom of my heart, to give you the most hearty F off. F off every woman who uses their platform to say terrible things about this woman for whatever reason. F off all of you. And may karma come at you good, hard, and strong. As they say, the dildo of consequences hardly comes lubed. May you get may you reap double of what you wish on this poor woman. That being said, Meghan went to Audrey's show yesterday, and here are some clips from it. Like I said, I don't have Instagram. Shout out to, I will link Donna Lanigan and Magali. Please follow them and increase their viewer count. Let them get some money from Elon. Someone's I know,
Pretty.
and do you know what's so beautiful about this? Because everything Megan touches turns to gold. This show is very popular, but many people now would love to go and see it so that they can, experience it as well. So her being there is also going to help the show get ratings and even more, hopefully even more foot traffic. If you're around New York, I want to go check out Gypsy, go support the show and let them make their money, and stay going, and hopefully hire more black kids, more black actresses. This is a beautiful thing to see. And yeah, guys, sorry I got very emotional there, but it's hard not to, you know. And yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm going to test a live on my TikTok, and then yeah, I'll test it. I'll go live very soon on my just to see how I feel about it, see how many people come on. Then I'll post the link here. If you can join me there tomorrow evening, we can have live there because I have no idea what's going on with YouTube. And yeah, what do you think? Do you think I'm being emotional? I don't think I'm being emotional. Do you agree what's happening to Harry is disgusting? What's happening to Meghan is deeply unfair. Please feel free to give me your thoughts and your likes, and honestly, feel free to make your voices heard. Go on social media, drag the hell out of the royal family. They deserve it. I should commend a lot of you. I go on their page. You see people are not letting them rest. Good. Drag them because this behavior is not acceptable. Black and brown people who keep allowing themselves to be used as weapons of white supremacy. I don't even know what to tell you. But anyway, please like, subscribe, share. Let me know your thoughts. And yeah, catch you later. Bye.